Thank you for letting me tune in, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for letting me tune in. This is Coronado Ortega Harris, owner of the Global Market, Georgia stakeholder of all 10-year, 15-year electrodes, circuits that don't have anything to be plugged into, live wires and all that. So please be careful how you treat me. Please be careful, ladies and gentlemen. And I do have your address on the GPS, ladies and gentlemen. All the power that the United States has invested into me, and the international relations too, ladies. For me, I don't really have no enemies and nothing like that, ladies. But people just, for some reason, they just don't really like me, And I tell you, I feel sorry for your child that you took to Bryce, and they throw that child on the side of the road going to Bryce Hospital, lady. They said it's thousands and thousands of them too. Ooh, ain't that sad? They said once you go, they consider you a number. You're not an individual no more. You know what I mean? Ain't that some sad stuff? That once you go there, they number you. They number you. They number your days and they number you. They take your name and sell your name to somebody. You know what I mean? Ooh, that's some sad stuff. And I see, if I could just let you hear all them thousands of people on the internet saying that they hate Alabama, like, ooh, and the way they say it too. How they say they really hate Alabama. Like, I'm talking about with their heart. I'm talking about all of their heart. They put it into it when they say how much they hate Alabama, like. It's because of stuff like that, lady. You can't blame somebody for not liking you for that, you know what I'm saying? If you do somebody that dirty, they have a right to hate you, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know Martin Luther King said that stuff. I don't understand what he was talking about, why you can't hate nobody though. Cause I'm like, if somebody do you dirty, you can hate them. I'm the show not finna love you if you dog me out. I'm trying to tell you. But nevertheless, ladies, I know you guys want to hear Madonna and Borderline and stuff, but I try to steer away from playing that song because people think you crazy when you play that song too. Even though it made a little sense, but you can't tell people, you can't say stuff like that. If they already think you unbalanced, you got to stay away from that stuff. Because anything you do, anything you say, anything you drink, they're gonna say something's wrong with you. Because they already numbered you. Then you hear the footage, ladies and gentlemen. Once they take you down there, they already numbered you in your days. They waiting on something to happen to you so they can take advantage of your estate. Ooh, you gotta feel sorry for crazy people that have achievements, ladies. Ooh, crazy people that have money and inheritance and property and real estate. Ooh, you have to show enough pray for them, ladies. Ooh, I remember when I was living in Montgomery, there used to be guys walking around with dreadlocks and stuff. They used to say, oh man, they family rich. They waiting on that dude to die. I never forget that, lady. It was a dude, they called him Thomas. They said, that's Thomas, man. The Jehovah's Witness Thomas? They said, that's him. That's his family. They waiting on him to die. That's a rich man. I was like, man, I just can't believe it. Then they had this other lady, a bag lady, like Erykah Badu. Ooh, the lady used to walk around with like 100 bags, ladies. Yeah. And they said she was filthy rich too, ladies. Yeah. They said she couldn't go nowhere. She couldn't get no rest because people, they only wanted to see her die. You know what I mean? So they could take advantage of her, ladies. Yeah. I tell you, ladies, if you ask me if I forgive you for hating somebody, I forgive you. You know what I'm saying? If I was the Lord, if you considered me to be the Lord, and you ask me, can I forgive you for hating somebody I'll say, heck yeah. I'll forgive you for hating somebody because of that reason. You know what I mean? Somebody do you like that, you're allowed to hate them. You don't have to go around them. You don't have to meet up with them. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to watch none of their programs or games, anything that they're involved in. You don't have to watch that. You don't have to call them because you already know their intent and their motive. You know what I mean? You already know. They're probably trying to raise money for charity. Take your money from you and just say you're a number. You know what I'm saying? You're just a number at the end of the day. We'll take that from you and we'll make somebody else live a better, decent life because you're done. You're totally cooked. You know what I mean? You've been to Stalingrad a few times. Only a few more times in the stove and you'll be cooked. You know what I'm saying? They're already frying you to death. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you know, it's sad. It's sad that nobody raises the flags half-staff in Southside Chicago, though. When 12 people get shot there for breakfast every morning, you know what I'm saying? And nobody ever says it's a tragedy. But it's sad that it have to happen in the other community for people to realize how devastating it really is. Because when that happened to you, nobody cares, you know what I mean? It's sad. See, that's the only thing about when Democrats come into power, you have to start talking like this. Because this is how Democrats reason, you know what I'm saying? They reason like this. They, instead of the thing we used to talk about, ha ha ha, you know, lollygag and, you know, just regular jokes. No, they have to be divisive with their stuff. They have to teach you a lesson, you know what I'm saying? There's more to this joke than just a joke. You know what I'm saying? If you was telling that joke on Southside Chicago, you know what I'm saying, then nobody would have laughed. But since you told it over there, you know, in 90210, everybody thought it was something to be chipper about. Because Democrats do take I'm going to